Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more Japan of Green Gables here in Victoria 3. Let's do our thing, make sure everything's working here. What's wrong with my feed here? Do a little refresh. All right, there we go. Hello, me. Ooh. All right, thought it wasn't working for a second. Be like, this is gonna be one of those nights. All right. Here we go. We are back. My God, I should have turned the air conditioner on in this room like an hour ago because it is hot in this room right now. It'll get better. It'll get better, but damn. All right. Hey, Legion, what's up? What's up? Ed Sullivan voice. And now, coming to you live, it's Hammy and the Cuts. I like it. Hammy and the Cuts coming to you live from the New York City studios. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Gonna be lurking today. They're cracking down on us. Oh no, being on our phones at work. Boo! Boo that job. Boo! I'll chime in on my break. Nice. Some funny stuff in my Columbia run. Ooh, cannot wait to hear about that one. Alrighty. I appreciate the lurk, though. I always, you know me, I always appreciate a lurk. Hey, Beatrice, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. How you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. All right. Yes, congrats on being free for the summer. Woo, woo! Although I'm already getting the emails. Every end of the semester comes with the barrage of emails. But I'll take the emails once the work is all done. Oh God, this AC's got to start working here. Listen to the AM stream earlier. Heard you finished your grading. Yeah, yep, I did. Yesterday I did. Yesterday's all done. I am clear for the summer. Clear for the summer to start making some more Vicky 3 content and hopefully get back into making some Eve 5 content. But the first priority, of course, is Vicky 3 here. Hey Java, what's up? What's up? How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Right, I forget that I'm in the same. I was just about to ask you. I was like, wait a second. Aren't we in the same time zone now? I was like, you're super early. Yeah. Ah, welcome. Welcome to the Western Hemisphere, my friend. Hope it's treating you well. You are in a wonderful place, I know. I hope you're having a good vacation there. So yeah, good segue in here. We had a good opening session this morning. As you can see, we are now the Japanese Taikanate. We have Emperor Yamato Kamai here. So what we are aiming for, which I think we should be able to get this episode, is Railroad Tycoon, as Japan reformed the Tokugawa shogunate into the Taikanate and built 50 levels of railway in Japan. So how many states do we have? This is ours, right? Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So about 5 railroads each state. Now, we won't exactly do it like that because some states are going to need more than others, but we should be able to do that this episode. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just had a swim in the wonderful baby blue sea. Oh, my friend, I am jealous. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm glad for you. I know you work very hard because you're usually lurking with us when you are. So you deserve it, my friend. I'm happy for you. But man, I could use a swim right now because I feel like I'm swimming in this hot room. Hey, Bizman, hello, hello. No summer classes for you? No, I always liked them. The students who took them actually wanted to be there, and you know, money. I know it's true. At my school, usually I don't know why, but the full-timers take the summer classes for the extra money, even though they're getting paid in the summer, unlike us adjuncts who aren't. But it's okay. It actually makes childcare and everything a little easier, but nope, no summer classes for me. Frees me up to do some content here. All right, so what are we on right? Yes, so we're getting some explosives so that we can make iron a little more affordable. Then we're making steel, because if we make this steel, we can form the company. Dun 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 dun. Sumitomo. Oh, tell me I think I'm building them in the wrong spot. Yeah, whoopsie. Okay, we need them in Osaka. So we'll switch that over. So any state in Osaka, we need a level 5 steel mill there. Oh, for poop's sakes. Okay, good thing I saw that. So, wait, what? Oh, here we go. Osaka. Okay. Of course, the state that we don't have any coal in, or iron. Okay, well, we don't have to build that there. I mean, we don't have to build steel. Would there be a better one? So we can do lead, steel, or fertilizer. Yeah, let's just build lead. We've got one. Because it doesn't make any sense to have that there. And now I kind of wish I still had that stuff. So let's reorganize this. Because I want to do the steel. But I also do want to get the lead. We're going to do this stuff first. And then, you know what we'll do? At some point, we're going to need a lot of glass. So we'll build a lot of glass here, because we'll need that eventually for, like, construction sectors and stuff. So we'll do that. We'll get the lead. We'll get the company. We'll build some steel. So that we can start building some motors, and then just start going to town on some railways. And the shipyards... Who is that for? Did we need that for Mitsubishi? Yeah, we need level 5 shipyard for Mitsubishi, and we need ironclad. Which we are slowly but surely moving towards. Alright. I think we're ready to unpause. Away we go. What's the possible action you can take for the restoration event? Oh, so we're doing the mission overseas, so we can recall the mission, which we don't want to do, because we got plenty of time here. So we got to complete these 3 things. Well, we just need to complete at least one. So if we have at least one, when the 12 years finishes, we'll complete the journal entry. But if we complete all 3, then we can finish it early. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Wouldn't a level 5 lead mine also do it? Yeah, see, your great minds think alike there. Yeah. So we'll just do 4 more of the lead, since we already have one there. We can use the lead. We'll definitely be able to use the lead. And it'll get us the company. Which means, sooner rather than later, the first company we're going to have is Sumitomo. So get plus 10% to the Gosho. And plus 5% construction sector building throughput, if we can get that. And then we'll get a prestige steel. And we'll add to this company, we won't add lead because we'll get that with Mitsubishi. We'll add in tools and have this company build us some tools. Oh, take a drink. Did I miss a take a drink? Oh. No, but I'll take a drink anyway. Unofficial. Okay. I'll always do an unofficial take a drink. See, that's the secret. I'll take the drink regardless of whether you cash in the Prime Cuts points or not. They should make Nintendo a company for prestige paper. Yeah, in real life, yeah, they actually started in the early 1900s as a playing card company. I know. When I first found that out, my mind was blown. I was like, oh my god, that is crazy. I wonder how much it'd be worth if you had some, like, Nintendo playing cards from that time. That's a cool idea, though. You're right. They should add Nintendo in there. Now that's a college professor taking a drink. That's right. Once you hit submit on those final grades, you go get yourself some wine. All right, we have interventionism. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we can get maybe some wealth, a little bit more power to the Go Show. Now we can end the Edo system if we get this party out of here. But it's going to severely mess with us. Yeah. Because I do want to get colonial exploitation first. Yeah, and we're going to need the samurai in there. So we'll do that first. So let's do this. Because we got to colonize up here. And we're building up an interest in this region so we can start colonizing here. You know, we could actually start working on Australia. We should be getting an interest there too. Yeah, so we just need to generate more. I wonder, can we do any treaties with New South Wales yet? Get us more involvement down here? See, I don't want to give military assistance to anybody. What else could we do? I suppose what we could do is we could do a military assistance treaty just for 5 years. It'll get us into level 2. Then we could try to do like a trade privileges or something like that, and it'll keep us there. But that's probably something better served to do here, because this is where we really want it. Are these guys a subject? Yeah, of the Dutch East Indies. Can we make any deals with the Dutch East Indies, I wonder? Not really. Well, we're still making more ships. So we'll see what we get after our fleet is fully done. Because we might not need as much as we need right now when we get more ships working at it. Hey, Mauricio, what's up, what's up? Oh yeah, Bismarck colonialism, yep. Great minds think alike, that's what we're doing. Colonize Australia to troll the Brits, yeah, exactly. We gotta do it soon, because it looks like they're coming up this way. And we can do it here. Always troll the Brits. In Victoria 3, that's what you gotta do. Especially now that their navy isn't as powerful and overbearing. If the game was more realistic, I feel you should get an option malus for colonizing a place another country already wants. Unless that's already a thing. It does hurt your relations with a country, I think, if you're colonizing the same place, because they'll start to see you as a threat. So now, here, we'll read this in a second. If you look at... So you look at the strategic regions. I forget where I saw this. Oh yeah, you gotta zoom in a little more, that's right. So you can see the locality of all the nations, and then you can see their stance. So Great Britain's stance in this region... Oh, they don't have one right now. Western Australia colonized region stance, yeah. So if we start colonizing their Western Australia, will be kind of pissy with us. Same with Van Diemen's Land. Protect region, I think Tahiti won't like us either. Oh man, Hawaii, you want to conquer. Yeah, so I think it does hurt relations in that sense. You could also troll the DEI by conquering North Borneo. That's not, yeah, it's not bad. See, the problem is we just don't have the fleet to move people yet. We can only move 2 battalions and 1 Marine. So it's gonna be a little bit of time before we can start waging war anywhere, because we can't move troops around yet. But when we get Ironclad, it unlocks the troop ship, which is very valuable, because with this one you get 1 battalion per ship. Where is it? Carrying capacity 1. So each ship can carry 1 battalion, which is quite a lot, actually. So then we'll be able to start moving people. En route to Japanese Taikanate, the Tokugawa mission has made a stop in the British colony of Ceylon, the place where they have a plan. The mission has spent several days observing both European colonial society and native Theravada practices. Ooh, triggers the event Yokohama Port. Let's see what that's about. The news that the government intends to pass a colonial exploitation law has created great enthusiasm among those that are eager to exploit new and distant lands. We get plus 20, which we could really use right now. We get added colonial growth speed and just get 10, but I think we actually could use the additional 10%. So we'll go with this. We could negotiate with a Kozoku. I'm worried about what they'll ask for, though. And they're at pragmatic, so it won't be a lot. I'm really curious. Let's see what they ask for. The samurai have held secret discussions with the Kozoku, seeking a certain arrangement concerning colonial exploitations. So we don't want local police force. We don't want to spend 100 authority giving these guys extra power. Increase standard of living by 2. Actually, I think we can do that in the next 7.5 years. We'll try it. And if not, these guys will be pissed, but these guys are always pissed because we're going to throw them out of government soon. So we'll see. How's the state of the game after the Oh, hey, hello there. I'll say GMR. How are you? Hello, hello. How is the state of the game after the DLC? Did they fix a lot of the issues with AI that came from the DLC? So they fixed some issues for sure. The state of the game is good. I think people are being a little too precious with it. I think part of a lot of the reports people had on this DLC is because there was a lot of unexpected gameplay changes, and I think people's gameplays are getting messed up because it's not necessarily a bug. It's just you gotta do some things differently now. That being said, there were some bugs. Or not were, there still are. There's actually going to be a dev diary this week where they're going to be outlining some more stuff that they're going to change. But there's been quite a few hot fixes. There was a pretty big hot fix last week that addressed some stuff. In terms of the AI, they announced that they're actually going to be focusing on making a very large AI change. So not just focus on stuff for this DLC, but it's kind of lingering stuff that they've had for a while. So some of the AI has changed, but there's going to be a larger one. But the base of your question there, how's the state of the game? The state of the game is good. I mean, people are acting like the moment you load up the game, it bugs out and crashes, and it's not. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a little bit more complicated now. It's a little bit more difficult. You're not just going to steamroll people as you used to. So, yeah, I think the state of the game is good. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. I can't even try to do that Star Wars fish guy impression. Having spent months abroad and compelled Having spent months abroad and completed a full circumnavigation of the globe, the Tokugawa mission has returned to Japanese Taikanate. They have brought with them compilations of data, foreign goods, and first-hand accounts of Western technologies and political institutions. All right, so this guy gets Explorer. He also gets Masterful Diplomat. Interesting. So 33% chance he gets Modernizer. Ooh. So we might be able to get ourselves a Kazoku Modernizer. 66% chance. Oh, we change ideology to protectionist. That's nice. So let's see what happens. I wouldn't be... I would kind of like it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, he'll change his ideology to protectionist. I was thinking of protectionism. So either modernizer or protectionist. Which is fine, because right now he's a moderate. Okay, let's see what he get. Oh, damn it. I probably should have... I probably should have kept him up on the screen. So what did he get? He got protectionist. Okay. So I'd love it if this guy became the leader. Yeah, we'll get him more prominence if we patronize him. What's his... So his prominence right now is 85. What's the current percentage chance that he would become the leader? Oh, not much. All right. You know, we probably shouldn't have sent him because he's sickly and he's going to die early. Oh, well. Admiral Akbar. That's right. That's his name. It's a trap. With the Tokugawa mission's return to Japan, Tokugawa Aisada and his fellow ambassadors have submitted their reports to the Diet. Their reports contain observations of industrial society and recommendations for new state policies. So 24% tech research speed. A positive event diplomatic catalyst between Great Britain and one between Russia. Or... So we get 48% production research speed. Positive event with Great Britain. We enable the law protectionism. For 10 years, we get a minus 12% enactment time and plus 48% society research speed. That's too bad considering right now we need to do a whole bunch of military research. Which is why this one is probably best. Though it would be nice to just get protectionism right now. 10 years of society research speed. But I feel like... Yeah, it's going to take us a while to get through all this stuff. Which is why this would be best. Get 24% tech research speed across the board. We can always get protectionism on our own. We'll go with that. So I'm 40 years into my Columbia run, the furthest I've made it into a run so far. Nice. Made a deal with myself that I can't buy any DLC until I finish my first full 100-year run. I like it. I like it. Okay. Learned a hard lesson about racking up too many worthless words. Yeah. Yeah. It's tempting, but man, yeah, they do rack up. Had a 10-year stretch where neither party could get more than about 25 to 30 legitimacy. Oof, oof, oof. I did the same thing when I believe it was Iberian Twilight that brought that out, that mechanic. And yeah, I think my first run with it, I was just like, whatever, cancel this. And then yeah, I learned, the only law I could pass was slavery banned since the abolitionists were active. Nice, nice. Also got Karl Marx as an agitator. Nice, I was stoked. Also, I don't think I ever knew that he was Ashkenazi. Yeah. You know, I don't know either if I knew that before this game. But yeah, I've always noticed, yeah, he's Ashkenazi. Nice. It sounds like a good run. Man, I want you to get through it now so that you can get yourself some DLC. I question whether anyone can learn that much from the American political system. Yeah. Especially in 1860. I mean, in real life, we're getting to the Civil War here. What has the U.S. done here? Yeah, they still have legacy slavery. They still got a civil war to go through. Oh, they got a slave revolt to brewing, though. It's coming. Oh, look at us. We're moving along here. So we now have the fertilizer. How much fertilizer? Let me look at something here. So one level of fertilizer will give us 90. 2 explosive plants will only use 40. So we might... Yeah, I mean, we have a surplus of grain, but... What if we used it in our rice farms here? Oh, it's going to take 219. Oh, but I forgot about fish fertilizers. We have an abundance of fish, don't we? Oh. No, we do not. What's going on with our fish stuff? God, how are we Japan and we're hurting on fish? Okay. Well, then we'll hold off on the fertilizer for now. Oh, hey, Super Frank. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Also, Colombia has presidential republic. Yeah. If your laws are liberal, but then you get a conservative president, legitimacy's just messed up forever. Yeah. That's what makes it so much fun, though. That's what makes Colombia so much fun in this game. Now I'm on the scenic route from presidential republic to parliamentary republic through theocracy. Oh, interesting. I learned that even though republics and some IG support both, they won't support one if the other is active. Yeah. Yeah, if they're kind of happy with the current law, they're not going to help you change. Yeah, if they like both laws and one is active, they're not going to help you change it. Or today. Yeah, or today. Also heading towards a civil war. Yeah, we're just coming full circle here in the United States. We laugh because it's so sad. Agents of the Jisha have founded a national organization dedicated to uniting the Mahayana traditionalist movement under a national leadership. Yeah, we don't need them to have pop attraction. We don't really like anything they're about. Yeah, we don't like any of this stuff. Let's not help them out. Well, okay, let's take a look here. Damn, if we give them 15% political movement activism, that'll send them over 50%. And they'll be able to start creating obstinance. So you get obstinance at 50%. So we definitely don't want to take the second option, which means they're going to get plus 10% political movement attraction. So we're going to start suppressing these guys. Because I don't like the sounds of that. Yeah, I was confused why I couldn't switch to parliamentary. I didn't know the difference, but now I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's how you learn when you have runs like that. Colonial exploitation. Excellent. So, let's pause for a second here. Let's go there. Yeah, so we can't do it here yet because we need to get to level 2. In our interest. And we're only generating 290. You can only switch to parliamentary if you have a leader or IG that supports parliament over presidential. Yeah, and those are very rare. It becomes difficult. Got called out by Steam. Played 90 hours the last 2 weeks, more than I spent at work. Mostly that's because on the weekends when I hang out with my girlfriend, we'll sometimes just parallel play games. Oh, that's nice. She got me into Aska. Also a pretty cool game. Now I'm playing both, working top down and bottom up to build my utopia. Oh, I don't know that game, but that's really cool. Nice, nice. Those who game together stick together. But now with 130 hours of Vicky 3, I'm finally starting to feel like I have an inkling of an idea of what I'm doing. Nice. You got to remember the country that you were playing when the game finally clicked for you, because that's going to be a special country for you the rest of your time. For me, it's Kabul. Kabul is one of my personal favorites because of that. Hey, Reverse Hamcuts, what's up, what's up? I wish they would implement a system of head of state and head of government. Oh, and parliamentary systems, yeah. Like in the UK where the prime minister was in charge, not the king, that could happen. You kind of get that in Japan here at the beginning. Because you have the emperor, but then you also have the shogun. Yeah, I wish they had that system like elsewhere with other governments. That's a cool idea. Oh, Asuka is like RimWorld from an individual third-person perspective. Ooh, I gotta check that out. I gotta remember that. Do you still have the journal entry about adopting Buddhism as your state religion? I was just thinking about that one, actually. It's a decision. No, we don't have it yet. But this is interesting. We're going to read through that in a second. Hey, surprise! Hello, hello! What's up, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm making progress as a new player. In my most recent run, I was having problems with expected standard of living. Oh, exceeding actual standard of living. Yeah, that does happen from time to time. Who knew high literacy has drawbacks? I know. That's the problem. Once people start learning how to read, they start realizing how bad they have it. It gets you extra tech, but it has its downsides. Welcome in. Who are you playing with when that happened? There should be more mechanisms to activate a parliamentary republic. Only radical ideology supports it, which is a shame. But I kind of understand. It's kind of OP. Yeah, I think also the thing I try to keep in mind is it's also about what the thinking behind those laws were at this time, right? Like in present day, I think a lot of countries try to tend towards some version of like presidencies or parliaments, right? But I don't necessarily know if that was the case at this time. Who knows? I mean, I'm saying that literally mean I don't actually know. But maybe that's why. Connor is currently on a crusade against high literacy. He complains about it in every video. Yeah. I think because I've noticed soon as in his content, he doesn't really mind having low standards of living. As long as that sweet GDP is up there. So it makes sense if you want to do a run like that, where you don't care about standard of living, you care about GDP, you do kind of want to keep the literacy low. All right. So I think what we're going to do is, when we finish the first explosives factory, we'll activate it in the iron mines. And then so that it starts hiring up before we finish the second one. Colombia has been my biggest one so far, but my time playing Benin really helped me get it figured out. Nice. Been able to build from the ground up, like you were talking about with Congo. I want to try Dainam next, but I may play Japan once I get the DLC. Dainam is a fun one. We did Dainam fairly recently. But yeah, Japan, any country that has a lot of like flavor to it is fun. So Japan, yeah, Japan is a ton of fun right now. How many more ships are we actually building? 3. So we can generate 330 here. We need to generate 1,000. Wait, who else? So let me look at who else is in this region. Yeah, so pretty much everybody here. So could we make a deal with Brunei? We could guarantee their independence. The Dutch East Indies would be the biggest problem. I think the problem is, though our military outmatches them, I don't know if we could legitimately get soldiers over here. But you know, we can certainly make the deal. So let's guarantee their independence. Let's get those trade privileges. We'll do this for 25 years. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, it didn't give us a lot because they don't have a lot of locality. So I don't think it's quite updated that right. Yeah, we really need to get the Dutch East Indies. Can we get anything with these guys? What about the Philippines? That would be a good one to have. Oh yeah, but they're probably in Spain's market, yeah. Damn. Well, can we get a deal with the Netherlands, maybe? Can we sell you some stuff? Yeah, like what if we sold you some fabric? No, they don't want it. We could buy some liquor off of them. We could sell them some silk. Yeah, and we'll buy liquor off of you. Really? Tobacco. Do we have access to tobacco? Oh god, yeah, we got a ton. So let's buy some fruit off of them. Really? They don't want to sell fruit. Okay. Come on, you guys. Are you really gonna be like this? There's nothing they want from us that we actually have. I don't really want to give them an obligation. What about Spain? Oh, this is going to be even worse. Alright, whatever. We'll give them the obligation because I want to get... Oh. And then... What is it? We were going to sell them silk, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, what? Come on. There we go. Sell them 25 silk. And then we were going to buy some liquor off of them. By 30. There we go. Do this for 25 years. All right. So let's see, because that, I believe that should give us, yeah. There we go. Although still not getting quite what we want. Oh. Yeah, no, wait, that deal did nothing for us. This just updated here. Though, I guess we are going to get, more here. In West Europe. Where's the... No. Well, whatever. I don't care about that right now. Man, during my run in Japan, I had a lot of trouble with radicals. Those bastards refused to be happy. Top 10 standard of living, good salaries, and I still had 10 million radicals. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of suffering from the same problem here. Like, why are we getting them? Standard of living. Yeah, standard of living is pretty low for us. I gotta fix that. Hey, the doc. Hello, hello. Do you build your construction sites in one state or do you spread them out? I would imagine that you run into resource problems if you build a construction where they don't have the input resources. Yeah. I don't spread them out. I bunch them up. Usually I'll try to pinpoint a construction state. So for us, Tohoku is our construction state because we have iron, logging, cotton, which is pretty much all you need right there, and then you build everything else up. And it helps that it has coal for when we do things like the Atmo engine and the condensing engine pump. But if you have a state that has iron, logging, and cotton, then you can build everything else around it. And, you know, and that it has people. So this is our current construction state, though you'll eventually get to a point where, like, once we reach 20, we got to do it somewhere else. The US doesn't have one, right? Although I've seen Trump wearing a US pin. Oh, wait, did I miss something about pins? Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Man, I'm jealous. I've been too busy to play for the last 10 plus days. All these newbies will soon surpass me. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the last free update, or the last free weekend, really brought in a lot of new players, which is kind of cool. Here in Latin America, it's common for presidents to wear a presidential sash with the colors of their country. I thought that was standard worldwide, but it's quite regional. Yeah, the US doesn't really do the sash thing, but pins, yeah. You always see them wearing like a US pin. All right, bone. Oh, we got paper bleaching. Ooh, okay, hold on. Oh, do we have a sulfur mine? Yeah, that hasn't really been active yet. So we can use that. What's paper right now? It's expensive. So let's utilize that in the paper mills. Oh, also, let's do that. Let's do that, because we're about to get a bunch of lead. I forgot. Last episode I was going to go through all this stuff, and then I got distracted. Let's do it. We won't do this yet, because we still need to wait for the motor industries. But now, ooh, we got tons of paper. Which means we should be building some government admins some universities. I've mostly been focusing on tutorials and sandbox while I'm learning, but after this Columbia run, I want to start checking out some of the campaigns. Oh, very cool. Okay. Yeah, you know, some of the past live streams series I do might be helpful too, because in those I do the full run as opposed to the starting steps ones. But the starting steps ones are more focused because they're not a live stream. I don't want to move on from this before we get something working here, because I want to start colonizing. I suppose I could also start working here. But like, what am I getting here? I suppose any bit of land is helpful. Yeah, I guess I could do little bit by little bit all these little states. Oh, taming the north? Okay, let's take a look at that. What did we get here? So another 100. So that'll put us at 790. So if we get 3 more like that. Problem is, a lot of these guys are not independent. Oh, come on. Alright, let's improve relations here. Eventually we can get a deal with them. Yeah, the rest of these guys are all subjects. Except for these guys. Alright. So we'll give them some trade privileges too. Let's wait until August 6th. All right. So we're moving our way up. So 500 plus the 290. That'll be 790. All right. So we'll wait now. When we get better relations with Hulu here, we might be able to do some. Oh yeah, I forgot. Improving relations will give us stuff too. So that might do it. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go over the 1,000 mark. So we just wait for that to build up, and then we can start colonizing here. All right, let's see what this event was about. With the incorporation of Izochi or the Ainu lands into Japan proper, a new name must be chosen to reflect the new status of this land. The newly established Development Commission has presented a number of proposals to be reviewed by the Emperor. So we know here we want the Ainu will remember this for whatever the event is. So we want this one. The town of Sapporo is founded and made the island's new administrative capital, replacing Hokodate. We get more acceptance of Ainu culture. So we don't want any of this stuff. So yeah, the Ainu will remember this. Alright. Let me catch up on chat here. I got behind a little bit. I divide the state by function. An industrial state, yeah, an agricultural state, even a fishing state, more for RP. It does make sense, though. Like, for instance, though we're putting a lot of industry here, this... Oh, no, not this one. Where is it? Which one was it? This one? Osaka is where I'm going to put a lot of agriculture when we need it, because we get throughput. And so these things can really help you figure out what you want to specialize a state to if you have stuff. I bought the game because of the free weekend. Nice, nice. Good choice, good choice. It is... I'm biased, but I absolutely love this game. I'm biased because it's my favorite game. But I absolutely love it. Oh, we need the sulfur mine. The sulfur mine should start hiring up soon. Yeah, here we go. Max was commenting on all the new players earlier today. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I think it's great. The more people in, the better it is. US politicians use pins for quite a few things. Usually movements or legislation they support. Yeah, they also color coordinate their ties with their parties. Yeah, this is true. It's such a song and dance. You're about to hit all of the Ainu Remember events. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing with this is there's another achievement we can get, Golden Spirit. As a country with an Ainu primary culture, build 4 gold mines in Hokkaido. So if we complete the Taming of the North with all of the Ainu will remember this options, we'll get Ainu as a primary culture. Oh yeah, okay. So with the formation of the Hokkaido Development Commission, commonly known as the Kaitakushi, this former frontier is abuzz with activity. Every day, new men and women arrive from the south, seeking new lands and opportunities. Yet this is no ordinary rush of peoples, for with the settlers come bureaucrats, intellectuals, and modernizing visionaries with a mission to shape the land, eager to see their vision of Japanese taikanate's future manifested in the Hokkaido of today. So we'll complete when they have a population of 500k. The GDP is greater than 1 million. We introduce new crops 3 times. Continue land reclamation 3 times. And we use the established state-sponsored colonies action. A colony without sufficient colonists is doomed to fail. We should consider incentives to help attract families from across the Japanese taikanate to settle in the north. So let's do it. The question of how to best settle the region has preoccupied the minds of the Hokkaido Development Commission for some time now. Impatient administrators now demand we reach a final decision. Yes, here we go. The Ainu will remember this. Okay, so in Hokkaido, we get some radicals from the Japanese pops, loyalists from the Ainu. We lose assimilation, but we get migration, attraction, and acceptance. So that's what we're going to do. Now, what do we need to do this one? The available acreage on the land may be of utmost importance, but true economic development will only take place if we also grow the right crops. New developments within the field of agriculture, spearheaded by the Sapporo Agricultural College, enable us to introduce crops to this frigid frontier that were hitherto thought impossible. Oh, so, okay, so we need to establish the Sapporo Agricultural College before we can do this. The North is the perfect arena to test out the latest theories on the fields of agriculture and land management. We shall found a cutting-edge agricultural college staffed by skilled foreigners to serve as the nucleus of our scientific transformation of the land. Oh, okay, so we can do this once we get a university built there. So we'll do that sooner rather than later. Dude, after the Russia and China DLCs, we saw Next year, we should have Africa and North America DLCs. Mexico and Canada are so mid-range in flavor, even the US too. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to say next year I think we're going to see a World War One mechanic as the big mechanic thing. I think they're leading towards it. Oh, are you passing a law? No, we are not. Good call, good call. So that's not it yet. Oh, we should go to public schools. Let's just take a look at what else we got. Got no home affairs, though. We should get a National Guard going. It would also be nice to get to protectionism. We also got to get off of subjecthood. We need the intelligentsia in there, though. And this we can't do yet. So we got a number of things we could do right now. Oh, you know... That's why ship... I forgot. That's why ship construction's taken forever. Minus 10% ship construction efficiency. No, we're going to move to Capital Fleet right now. This we are going to need at this point in the game. We're going to move to Capital Fleet. All right, though, we are at the hour mark. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break. So we got to pay homage to our loving gods of ads here. So we're going to take a 90-second break so we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. Let's see what I missed. What did I miss? The Ainu will remember that you remembered that the Ainu will remember this. That's right. They'll never forget. Victoria is such a great game, and it keeps getting better and better. I love it so much. So agree. Heavily agree. I love everything they're doing with the game. Even with, you know, people say there's all the bugs in this update. I love the mechanics of it, though. You can... It reminds me of, like, a director I once worked with, or a teacher. And she was talking about like directing actors, and she's like, I would rather an actor overact because I can reel you in than underact. She would always say, I need you to jump off the cliff because I can grab you and bring you back, but I can't push you towards the cliff. So the fact that they swung for the fences on a DLC and it came out pretty buggy is better than coming out with something that doesn't have much in it, you know? Because you can't fix that, but you can fix bugs. So I don't mind it. Still sad Paradox didn't do content for playing as the Hokkaido Republic, only the Japanese government. Yeah, that's true. They gotta leave something for the modders, right? Hey, surprise! Hello, hello. In my run, I noticed that over in America, the South had seceded and formed the Confederacy. That's normal. But the funny part is that later on, South Carolina seceded again, leaving the Confederacy to form a third country. Yeah, I guess South Carolina gets the award for most likely to secede. I know, I've seen that once or twice. Not a lot, but I have seen that before where, like, the South is having secessions. Like, oh, how do you like it now, guys? Wait a minute. Before you remove subjecthood. Oh, try doing the Ainu events first. I see where you're going with this. Yeah. Remember that subjecthood gives more acceptance to the homeland, and the Ainu do not share ancestry with the Japanese. Good call. Good call, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, we don't mind subjecthood for now. There are things to do beforehand. But yes, that's a great point, actually. Oh, hey, Baked Ham Cuts. Welcome back. I still don't know who Baked Ham Cuts is. Far out, man. I made it just in time. The opening screen looks so trippy today, and it's giving me the munchies. I'm glad I didn't miss the start. I thought I was late. Well, a little late. But better late than never. Kind of surprised they don't already have one. Wait, I missed it. Have one of what? Yeah, surprise. Michigan is their own country of mine. Nice. And the Confederacy is still doing it. Nice, nice. Hey, Dapple Duel. Hello, hello. USS Monitor update when? Nice. Yeah, okay. Speaking of, I saw someone somehow get a Confederate slaver revolt. Oh my god. That's one complicated political situation right there. So we're hurting on sulfur. Oh, that's that. Steel. Oh, Sheffield steel. Oh, interesting. Are we getting steel imports? I mean, we must be. We're getting 4 units of steel from Narnia. I don't know who we're getting that from. Okay. Industrialize Japan. So we're basically, we just need urban centers. So we're kind of working on this as we go. We got the first explosives factory. So let's get iron using it. 'Cause I bet right now we have no demand. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so let's get iron going. Go to nitrogen. I saw that the whaling... Yeah, let's make sure they're using that. Steel. Steel, steel, steel. What do we got going on with steel? We don't have any steel right now? Oh, we don't have any steel right now. Yeah, and I just moved all the tooling to steel tools. Whoopsie. That was a problem. I thought we had steel already. Whoops on me. Oh. Oh, that's why we're importing 52. Yeah, I'd rather not, because we're about to build it ourselves. Hey, I'm a completely off-topic question. Do you know how to make a good barbecue, a good brisket? No, I do not. I do not. I know how to eat a good brisket, but no, I don't know how to make one. My wife is from Alabama, so when we go visit her family, I get to have me some good barbecue and some good brisket. Because Alabama has some good stuff. But no, unfortunately, I am not someone who knows how to do it. South Carolina, now just the dictatorship of Lindsey Graham. I saw a headline that he might lose his seat, that someone's challenging him and they have a good shot. We've heard things like that in the past, but boy, that would be nice if that happened. If it spirals even further, they'll talk about being independent more than Texas does. Is that possible? Is that possible? I can tell you, as a New Yorker, the only people who talk about being independent almost, not more, but almost as much as Texas are people from Staten Island. Oh, Staten Island wants to be independent from New York City so bad. And then people ask them questions like, well, can you afford your own police force and your own school system and all this stuff? And then they're like, all right, we'll stay. I'm surprised they don't already have a World War I mechanic. I'm down for it to go. So they've been adding a bunch of mechanics to the game that I think are like clearly leading up to a big one. We had National Awakening, which introduced the mechanic of like a national awakening, cultural fervor. So a whole bunch of like cultural mechanics like that. Then they did Iberian Twilight, which introduced mechanics of like government corruption, fixing elections, things like that. This Navy update, to me, is very much a World War I mechanic. And then the countries that they focused on, like Austria now has a bunch of flavor content. France already had one a while back. Spain had one. I think eventually we're going to see a Prussia-Germany flavor pack, and then we're going to see a World War I mechanic. With the recent investment in Tohoku, the raw goods industry has resulted in a positive balance for the coal mines there. Interest groups are quick to try to claim credit for the investment. God, the Gosha are still marginalized. You're just killing me, killing me, killing me. Killing me softly with your marginalization. Yeah, we'll do this, get them some pop attraction. Now, what's going on with my sulfur mine? Did you guys hire up yet? All right. All right. So we now have some. We need motors, though. Not possible. Oh, yeah, not possible with Lindsey Graham. I know. I know, that's the problem. We're gonna get our hopes up, and then in the end, it's gonna be like all those times that everyone's like, oh, Mitch McConnell there's a serious contender going against him. Like, all right, here we go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, that's a cool new artwork. Being privy to the government's ambition to expand Japanese Taiwanese railways, the samurai have offered to support these efforts in Tokai. Okay, so political strength to them, but we get a free railroad out of it. Yeah, I'll take the free railroad. Or we get 10 legitimacy. Yeah, I mean, we're good on... Yeah, legitimacy, though, is temporary. Railroads are for life, so we will take that. As news escaped St. Petersburg of yet another violent crackdown on the Russian labor movement, outraged members of the trade unions have taken to the streets of Edo, marching under the banner of the Anti-Russian League. Well, sure, let's bring them in there. Down for it, though. I love everyone's names. I might change mine to Hammy and the Cuts. Yeah, I know, right? I still want to know who Baked Ham Cuts is. Can I change it just for this channel? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know how it works. You have to ask our friend Reverse Ham Cuts. He was the originator of this. Or should I say Yanni? I think a Chinese Civil War mechanic would be cooler. I mean, we're probably getting that with that last DLC that they announced, because it's a whole China DLC. So we're probably getting that. Brothers War incoming. Oh. Oh, damn. Did I miss it? Ooh, we are close to recognition. Oh, so we got both of the explosives factories done. I already forget where I was building them. In Hoku... Oh, yeah. Hokushinetsu. Really? We already have too many? Okay. So let's take a look at our resources here. Pretty much everybody can use it. So let's create more of a demand. You do it. Oh, hell yeah, the gold mines for sure. The lead mines. We're about to build a bunch of lead, though. Damn. We actually do need... about 50 more. Yeah, we'll build one more. Let's put it after the lead mines. I want to get the company going. Oh, we're gonna get more coal. You know, I haven't been paying attention what these guys have been doing. Oh, no. Okay, private sector's building us some sulfur. So let's leave it. That's what we need. Ah, we got capital fleet. Awesome, awesome. Why would anyone want to secede from Mamdanistan? Y'all finally got someone good, yeah. Well, to Staten Island's credit, they've been trying to secede regardless of who the mayor is and what party they're part of. They've been decades they've been wanting to. Same thing how there's always a bit of a secession movement in Alaska. You always hear about that every now and then. Never anything serious, but I think there's some sentiment that, like, we should be independent someday. Hamcuts has many clones. I suspect there's a Japanese one called Hamakutsu and one called Hamburger. Yeah, when we do our pressure run, we get a hamburger. The serious contender against McConnell is Father Time. Yeah. Oh man, that primary is ever raging on. Mitch McConnell versus Father Time. Oh my god. Decrees, regulations, and records have long relied on classical language understood only by the educated few. Reformers have argued that administration conducted in vernacular Japanese would improve clarity and efficacy, or efficiency, while others have insisted that tradition itself has lent authority to the written word. Oh, we become obsessed with paper. But we got a ton of paper at the moment. Problem is, I do need to build a whole bunch of stuff for that paper. Intelligentsia, though, we'll get 4 happiness for 10 years. Oh, yeah, plus 10% bureaucracy. Always could use that. For 5 years. Yeah, let's use that. I almost thought there was a World War One mechanic. In 1935, my small country was attacked by the British. The Germans joined the British. The Dutch joined my side, and it became a major European war in Africa. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that I feel like every run in the late game, there always ends up being this massive war that you're like, oh, here's the World War One. It happens at slightly different times with different countries, but there does always seem just kind of naturally seems to be like a giant war of major powers starting off from someone small. Okay, so they're building up to World War One. That's cool. Even more reason to get the DLC and play through the immersions. Yeah, well, to be clear though, that's still my speculation. They've never actually announced anything like that, but I feel like it's pretty clear that's what they're doing. So it's still my speculation, but I think it's legit. It's legit spec. Hey, Jabba Jabba, hello, hello. Oh, I can chat again. Do you think the economy system is in a good spot right now? Yeah, I think so. I think that there's... Oh yeah, this guy's been released from prison. Oh, we earned recognition. All right. Yeah, I think the economy aspect is in a very good position. There's been some changes to it with the new update, so you got to do things a little differently. But I think the mechanics itself are still very good. Signed earlier this afternoon in St. Petersburg, this landmark treaty officially abrogates any previous unequal treaties between Russia and the Japanese Titanate in favor of a new one negotiated between peers. All right, so what's our interest now? Look, we're ranked 15th, but we're a great power. Hold on a second. That's kind of funny. All right, what's our interest rate? 6.6%. Oh, look at that. That's why. Yeah, we jumped up to 8th. Okay. Excellent. So now we can spend. So let's add 2 more construction. Now more Paradox players can experience Warlord Border Gore. That's right. That's right. Even Victoria 3 isn't free from Border Gore. Also, what events would be included in a US DLC? Roosevelt's progressive era, fight against Jim Crow laws. There's a lot that could be added. Yeah, I mean, definitely Jim Crow. I think we definitely see a big expansion of the Civil War. In fact, we probably get a lot of it probably would be the Civil War, because the Civil War kind of happens. The Civil War would be happening right about now in real life, or around now. So that definitely would be it. I think we get a lot more mechanics for Manifest Destiny. We'd probably see a lot more too at the beginning of the game with Native Americans and the Trail of Tears and stuff like that. That would probably be a lot of what the US mechanics are. And then probably a lot of like migration and industrialization in the late game. Honey Ham Cuts. Hello, Honey Ham Cuts. Welcome, welcome. Ham in the Hamverse. I know. This is like watching Across the Spider-Verse. Except it's across the Hamverse here. People who talk about independence contest. Texas versus Bavaria. You know what's funny is I have a friend who's German. Whose kids go to school with my kids, and we're friends. And he talks about how Texas reminds him a lot of Bavaria. The way he described Bavaria to me was by doing a lot of analogies to Texas. Tasty meat for everyone either way, though, yeah. Father Time has at least half of Congress in his sights. Half! That's being nice to them. It's like a whole Congress. Because in the late game, everyone has built their economies, passed their laws, etc., and has nothing left to do but go to war. Oh, you know, that's actually kind of a good point. You've exploited all you can in your own land. Now you need to go out. But maybe there's some real life, some like real life to that. Oh yeah, you know, we do need to build a university here. We should do that sooner rather than later. Oh, of course. Let's get some road maintenance going there. So that we can get this a move on. We do also... I don't want to time out on this stuff. Oh, we aren't passing a law. Yeah, let's get this samurai out of government. Well, when's our next election? It's like in a year. We also still don't have any other parties. So strange. We gotta get off landed voting here. Either way, let's get these guys out. Let's keep... If we're gonna have an illegitimate government, might as well have these guys in. Actually, no, because when I take them out, they'll be radicals. So, yeah, let's just do this. Actually... Yeah, look at that. Okay, now we do have a good government. Alright. Retire the samurai. Dun 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 dun! Japanese Taikanate has succeeded in reforming the armed forces and putting an end to the backward system of feudalism. The samurai warrior castes seemingly no longer have a place within our modernizing society. So the samurai interest group will be reorganized into the armed forces. Oh, God. Yeah, we don't want to lose 25% military research speed because that's what we're researching right now. They lose the Bakufu ideology. Or... Oh, my God. If their leader kicks the bucket... We get a bunch of new radicals. I'd rather take the radicals than losing that military research speed right now. So we'll do that. Oh, man. Okay, the legitimacy of the government needs to be greater than 50. Now these guys don't like the loosened status order, right? I don't think they care at all about that. Yeah. Alright, well, let's do this. Get ourselves some loyalists. Damn. Okay, who is the one interest group that is supporting loosened status order or rigid? It's gotta be these guys. Yeah, the Kazoku. Alright, well, let's pass something. God, could we get off of this? Don't we have a modernization movement? And they're at They're moving up to 32% agitation. Really? These guys are useless butts. Can't believe we can't get a better voting system out of the modernization movement. Well, poop on you guys. Well, we could change our trade policy. And the rights of children. You know, the children are still in the mines. Well, we can go to protectionism right now anyway, so let's do that. Although, I don't know. We don't really need imports, we do need exports. Actually, I kind of want to stay on mercantilism for right now. Oh, yeah, we don't have any of this. Let's do National Guard. Get that going. Oh, yeah, and what's our... Oh, God, come on now. Move this up a little bit quicker. Oh, yeah, and we have plenty of diplomacy, so let's start improving relations. Oh. Everybody down here. All right, what does that give us in this region? So it'll give us 600, 723. So something. Not everything we need, but something. Ooh, I missed a lot of chat. Well, the economy is much better than it used to be. Remember the trade routes? They were constantly being unprofitable and you had to remove them manually. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, before charters of commerce. Yeah, no, it was all government trade routes. Those were a serious bummer, dude. Yeah. I mean, I'll buy them all and play them anyway. This game was an instant favorite for my first launch. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it. I think also, too, getting, like, the Volume 3 pass is a pretty good deal, and getting all the rest of the stuff for this year. But definitely getting Charters of Commerce is a good one to start with. Yeah, independent Alaska, the greatest gift in Russian history. That's what everyone always says to them. They're like, oh, you want to be independent, Alaska? Okay. So what happens when Russia rolls in here? And they're like, well, shut up. Okay, I guess we'll shut up about it then. US DLC would also probably have stuff with Mexico. Yeah, I would hope that it would be a whole, like, North America DLC. So that we get... Ooh. Where is this? Yes. Oh, in Hokkaido. Okay. So that it includes, like, Canada, the US, Mexico, and then all the Central American countries. I would hope it has all that. Gold has been discovered in Hokkaido. People from all corners of the earth are converging there, confident that they will discover the next great lode and become incredibly rich. Yeah, we'll get that gold fields throughput. In fact, we'll always take this one. Okay, we need to build. We have 8 years to do this. It's gotta end the Eat of Status system. Oh yeah, also, what was the land reclamation thing? I don't think I ever looked through this. Whilst these vast lands are agriculturally underdeveloped, they hold great potential. The great mountain ranges, from which abundant water flows, offer ample opportunities for extending the acreage northwards. We shall drain the wetlands, irrigate the fields, and tame the land as a testament to the unbreakable Japanese spirit. Yeah, so we really need this agricultural college. So 6 more weeks. This afternoon, Tokugawa Moshitsugu, leader of the armed forces, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of the National Guard. No, let's take the full 15. Some parallels with real life. The phrase you were looking for. Yeah. I don't remember when Guadalupe Hidalgo was. Yeah, I don't either. I kept going to war because my economy was so good. I made more than I could spend and got sick of stockpiling gold alert. Yeah. Yeah, you just need to find new markets. By any means necessary. Ah, Indonesia interest tier raised. So that means... Oh my god, I forgot. We need quinine. Forgot about that. Damn it. Well, it's gonna be some time. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I forgot about that. Sometimes my stupidity astounds even me. Alright, well, it's going to be some time before we get that. I wonder if it's worth bringing my fleet out this way. So I would like to get trade privileges with somebody like Great Britain here. Oh, okay, I can do it now. 25% chance. I'll take the odds. Come on, guys. That bizarre sale of part of Mexico by Santa Anna to the U.S. to build a railroad. Seriously, if you want to know about bad leaders, look up General Santa Anna. I will. That's interesting. Are the New Japan journal entries base game or Great Wave DLC? Some are base game and some are Great Wave. I have a dev diary video I did on it. So if you look up I forget what dev diary number it is, but it's called dev diary number something, Japanese narrative content, TLDR. And so in that video, I specify which events are part of the DLC and which ones aren't. So you'll be able to see it there. Because some of the stuff isn't part of the Great Wave, and it's just base game. But I think the majority of it is part of the Great Wave. In the Bill Wirtz vid I shared in the ham cord, he says something about World War I, like, plus weapons are getting crazy, and everyone wants to try them out on each other. And oh god, what a thing. And it's still happening today. We can do a power block embassy. If we do the power block embassy, let's only do it for 10 years. We gotta wait for October 17th. Oh, for Pete's sake, come on, guys. What about someone like Belgium? Yeah, there we go. Nope. Russia? Nope. Well, let's improve relations with them. And that should give us a little bit more to do here. So 595, yeah. So we're moving up. We're moving up in the interest. I could send the fleet over there. Election season has begun in the Japanese Tycoonate, and... oh, we got another party. And with it, the strategizing of the government's fixers. If we wish, we may wield the power of the state to ensure a favorable result. Oh, hell yeah. If we could just get the Imperial Rule Party out, we can end the Edo status system. Oh. And we got the Gosho out here. But we definitely are going to fix the election toward the Constitutional Reform Party. Yeah, keep them down there. All right. Basically, we need to get the Kazoku out of government and have at least 50 legitimacy, and we can end the Edo status order. We want to do. Public schools next. Yes, that's true. We do need to do that. That is on our list. Hey, DeWolfie, what's up? What's up? Good morning. How's it going? And why is the dot black? Because we are the Japanese Tycoonate now, not the Shogunate. We have reformed to become more modern. Kind of like this flag. I don't know if I ever want to change anything else. Yeah, Black Hole Sun. Load up your Soundgarden. Load up your Soundgarden tapes. They're playing some Black Hole Sun. Yeah, I'm just planning on buying the bundle. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the bundles are always really worth it. Russia did just lose an F ton of people in Ukraine. Taking Alaska would probably be a pain for them. Yeah, that's true. Plus, Canada might actually step in at that point. Oh, yeah, and I've heard that Canadians are crazy in war. Yeah, that's true. They would take it. Why wouldn't they take it? Damn you, malaria. Yeah, I know, right? Damn you, malaria. The worst thing malaria ever did was hurt my colonial ambitions. Don't clip that. I think they're DLC. Some aren't. The vast majority of the narrative content is DLC, but there's quite a bit that isn't. Like, I think the Ryukyu Islands content isn't DLC. Remember, too, the DLC gives you more achievements, too. There's some achievements that you need the DLC for. I think you basically need the mechanics for it. AI are so unfriendly in this game, given the cold shoulder anytime. I know. Especially the great powers. There were also some indigenous uprisings in the US expansion that I think fall in this time. Could be cool in the DLC, yeah. Wonder if you can do a US run and just leave the indigenous areas alone to grow on their own. You can. You can, yeah. I mean, you have the Indian Territory. You could make them independent. I mean, honestly, if you're looking for a USA flavored DLC, the mod Hail Columbia is like the main one. I don't know if it's updated for 1.13, but I would imagine it is, because it's one of the major DLCs, but it's fantastic. And it's all just United States flavor. So it's pretty cool. A lowborn man has risen as the popular leader of the intelligentsia, with some not so pleased by such social mobility. So this guy, he's making them lose pop attraction. He's given plus 10 political strength. He's a Mitsugaku. Let's replace him. Let's see who we get. A royalist. It's given a plus 5% political strength. Oh, and plus, so they're getting the full 10, and we're getting negative 10% interest group pop attraction. So basically, we're getting the same effects from the last person, but now they're a royalist. Oh boy. Kobayama Sukanori. Thanks, buddy. Oh, nice. Once we finish this lead mine, we can finally get our company. You know, we haven't saved yet. Let's take a save. Oh, yeah, there could be content for experiences with Yankee influence in a US DLC. Like Desert with the Mormons, Texas, and the Republic of California. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Republic of California content actually would be kind of interesting. The trade unions, prominent supporters of the Constitutional Reform Party, have proposed support for the Anti-Russian League to be a component of the official party platform. Yeah, I don't want people to join this. But I will take that momentum. Although, do we need it? Yeah, not really. I'd rather the Gosho not join that. So we'll take this. Though that's probably going to... Well, no, the trade unions are in a party now, so they'll stick around. But these guys got a lot of projected votes to make up. Yikes. Yeah. I used to live down the street from Soundgarden. Oh, really? Or at least Chris Cornell. No effing way. When I lived in Seattle in the 90s. Now that is amazing. Oh my god. I'm such a Soundgarden fan. R.I.P. Chris Cornell. Oh, that's so cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, only the deadliest illnesses known to mankind just slows ham. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Only the deadliest illness known to mankind just slows me down a bit. Yeah. Oh, man, that's so cool. Did you actually know him at all, or was he just like a neighbor? Law progressive consideration. A royalist. Ew, yeah, I know, right? Ham, there's plenty we could clip out of context. Like, oh yay, colonial exploitation. Yeah, I know. That's probably the tamest of it. I'm riddled with that Reddit group. Did Victorians say? Ah, we should be able to get our company. No, there it is. What? Yes. Dun 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 dun. There we go. We finally got it. All right. So Sumitomo. Let's take a look at our executive. Nire Yasuyoshi. Nire Yasuyoshi. A Chonin traditionalist. All right, so we get... So he's basic entrepreneur. We get plus 5% throughput. All right, and nothing else. So we get fertilizer, steel, and lead here. And we're not going to add iron in this one because we're going to get in the other company. We could add coal, but I think it would be helpful, yeah, to add tools. We're going to get tools. Yeah, we're not adding trade rights until they reach prosperity. So let's put up for sale our fertilizer plants. So anything that they would control. We'll sell the lead mines that we own. Yeah, that's good for now. All right, and so now Got to get down here. We got to get through this whole thing in order to get our next company. Oh, but we're getting percussion cap next, so that's good. Let's get some more construction. Oh, I suppose I shouldn't be building the steel right now. I should be waiting for the company. But we need it sooner rather than later. If you've already a monarchy, royalists are practically moderates. That's a good point. How's the Ainu event going? So we're waiting. Oh, wait. Oh, we do. Oh, I forgot. Good call. Good call. Yes. So we can do this. Let's go through this event, and then we'll do the agricultural college. As the Japanese Taikanate conducts diplomacy and trade with foreign powers, questions have arisen over how Japanese names should be rendered in treaties, correspondence, and official documents. Western representatives increasingly expect names to follow their own conventions, placing the given name before the family name. So if we adopt Western conventions, we lose some bureaucracy, but we gain authority, influence, and improve relations speed. The Jisha and the armed forces lose happiness. If we do the traditional way, this is a new era. So adopt Western convention in all cases. So we'll lose 10% bureaucracy. So we lose twice as much, but gain twice as much. We'll gain plus 10% authority, influence, and improve relations speed. I mean, we're doing a lot of that right now. This might be a good time to do it. We're going to gain quite a bit of radicals, though. It will also change the names format. So let's pull up. Yeah, I kind of want this improved relation speed for right now, because we're doing that with all of these countries right now. And now the names change. Moshitsugu Tokugawa. Alright. Occasionally I'd see him at the QFC, the grocery store, and of course, I've seen the band multiple times. Kim Thale is a beast. Oh my god. Oh, that is amazing, my friend. That is amazing. Ah, I love it. Hey, Urkag, hello, hello. Yes, with increases to defensive values, those late-game wars also tend to take longer. Often getting to those World War I stalemates and great powers. Yeah, that's true too. They do take... They are quite a slog of a war. What's ever gone wrong from the West being like, you should do things more like us? Yeah. Just realized one thing. Where are all the hats? In these times, wearing a hat was a must. Oh, that's true, right? Oh, there we go. We have a hat. This guy doesn't have a hat. That's because he's got to show off his baldness. So, oh my god, of course you're not going to wear a hat if you're rocking that thing. But most everybody has one. Ainus. Yeah, so let's get, speaking of the Ainus, let's get this going. With the graduation of the first class of the Russian-staffed Sapporo Agricultural College, the alumni are eager to put their newfound skills into action. Meanwhile, the College Board deliberates the Institute's future direction and focus. So, unlocks the introduce new crops, continue land reclamation in the journal entry. Influence of the Russian staff and support Liso creation local Japanese Orthodox community. We get tech spread on production, and then throughput for so oh, so instead of agriculture, we get plus 5% on mines throughput. Establish a faculty of humanities and start local cultural studies. Oh, I almost forgot. The Ainu will remember this. Yes, that's right, Bizman. Ainu remember. Alright, so we're taking this. So same thing as everything else. Oh, except acceptance of the Ainu culture, as opposed to... No, not as opposed to. Plus 5% tech spread for society. Yeah. So the Ainu will remember this. Alright. That's always cool. Bowling for Soup is from Denton. Oh, nice. Oh, I was a big FC Dallas fan in my 20s. One of their wives was the manager at the merch shop at the stadium. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'm a big New York Red Bulls fan. And I got to meet Alan Tudyk. Oh, in college. He's from Plano, Texas. No way. Originally came back as a guest for a theater class I was in. Oh, I love Alan Tudyk. Oh my god, that's amazing. Amazing. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Speaking of, yeah, FC Dallas legend, Jason Kreis, I met, very weirdly, I met once at a New Jersey Turnpike rest stop. And he was just there with his family, you know, going to the bathroom, making, or getting, like, some food. I was, like, in the bathroom, and I'm walking in as he's walking out, and of course, I would be the only person in the world to recognize him. I was like, I think that's Jason Kreis. So, of course, I kind of, like, followed him. And I got in line at Starbucks behind him. I was like, excuse me. Your name Jason? I think he was surprised somebody recognized him because it's been... I don't think he... Oh, you know. I think it was weird. He kind of was used to it, and at the same time, he's like, oh, am I doing this right now? Alright. Introduce new crops. So this is going to give us 4,600 expenses for 5 years. I mean, we need to do it. We need to do it 3 times. But what's this one? Oh, it will lose the great Ishikari marsh trait. Oh, so we lose infrastructure and all that throughput. And we get Ishikari wetlands. Okay, so we lose, basically everything gets halved. And they get 20 arable land. We'll do this one first, because we got to do both of these things 3 times. The Hokkaido Development Commission has reached another important milestone, with vast tracts of former wetlands converted to valuable agricultural land. So there's no Ainu will remember this here, right? Right. So the Gosha will get 2 approval. They have a lot of approval right now. They get migration attraction. We'll do that. You almost forgot, but the Ainu people never forget. That's right, I almost did. But they reminded me. Look, the option to protect the Ainu has appeared. What is their level of acceptance? Also try abolishing the Edo system. Oh yeah, I should double check if we can do that yet. The FC Dallas players were always pretty cool. One of the strikers was Panamanian, and used to go hang out at the tailgates with the Panamanian fans who came to support him. Was what was his name? Wasn't that oh god. His son plays for the US now. He'll come to me later. And Breck Shea. Oh, I loved Breck Shea back in the day. Breck Shea came to chill in our fan section once. When he was injured. Yeah, which was often. Instead of on the roof where they usually put them. Yeah, oh, Breck Shea was such a great player. So many injuries though. All right, let's do this. Recent breakthroughs at the Sapporo Agricultural College have prompted proposals to introduce new crops to the fields of Hokkaido. Well, before we read all these, let's see if there's something the Ainu will never forget. All right, now, so we're free to choose what we want. Yeah, I don't want to lose more government expenses just to get throughput bonus. So we don't get wheat fields, but we get rice. We'd rather have rice farms. So you can get more grain out of it than wheat fields. Oh, and we get 3 rice farms from it. But we'll get 4,600 in government expenses. We get more dye. Oh, opium is now available. How much opium do we have? None. Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna take the opium. Yeah, actually, I was on the wrong tab. Oh, yeah. So, we got some in Osaka. We got wine and... Oh, we got plenty of wine everywhere. We're gonna take the opium. So we'll take that. All right. So we did each of these once. All right. Okay, so we're a minute past the 2-hour mark. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break because it's time to pay homage to the gods of ads here. 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Speaking of bands, once I went to hear my favorite band and the drummer threw his sticks, it just so happened to hit me in the face, and I had to explain to the police I had not been in a fight. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. I hope they believed you. They're a lot more down to earth than other sports ball players. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, I've met back in the day the Metro Stars and Red Bulls players quite often, and that was always the case. Narco Nippin, let's go. Hell yeah. We're gonna take the opium, should Victorians say. Yep. Yep, always. There's always stuff like that on this channel. Perfect timing. Was lagging behind due to internet connection issues. Oh, nice. Okay. They did after some convincing. I swear it was just drumsticks, man. Oh, man. Okay. Now, I really do need to keep in mind here, we need to get... So 70% of all eligible states up to level 5. So how many states is that? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I ever incorporate these? 11. Okay. Yes, I'm using a calculator for simple math. Because it's late and I've had wine. Don't at me. So we're going to need about 8 states to be at level 5. Urban center. Okay. Okay. The thing about all these railroads is that we're on a timer here. So here's what we're gonna do. You have all this random stuff here. Okay. Well, okay, actually, what are we at? Level 4. 4, 4, 1, 4. Okay, so actually, we're pretty close. We got 1, 2. When we build those shipyards, we're going to be at level 5 here. Actually, how much does the railway give us? 5. Okay. So, we'll be at 1, 2, 3. We'll need 5 more. So we need about 83 more here. Building 2 more iron mines here. That'll give us 20. So 63 more. We'll need about 58 more. So let's build... Yeah, we have military goods here. 1. And then... those. So that'll give us 1, 2... 3, 4. That'll be about half. Here we go. So we need about 73 more here. So about 68. So 3 of those, give us 1 more. That'll do that there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where was the place we built all of that lead? We could use more glass. In Osaka. I always forget where Osaka is. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, we have a ton of lead, so let's build... Well, that was already one that we got. Built it up. Alright, well, let's do... 6. Because we're going to need a ton of this when we switch to steel frame buildings. We'll encroach on our thing there. All right, so that's good for now. This is going to be about 5 years. So yeah, we got to get started on this sooner rather than later. Don't forget to look into the Ainu option, what it's needed, and their current acceptance of them. Yeah, the thing though with this, I mean, right now we're basically just waiting on the cooldown on these two things. Oh yeah, I guess we could do this. Yeah, we need to get their acceptance up. See, the thing is, the Taming of the North is not timed. This one is though, so this one is a little bit more pressing. Now we'll be able to do the Edo end the Edo status system, the Edo status system, once this election is done. But we have to do this industrialized thing before this 8 years is up. All right, let's do it. Let's keep it moving. You can probably move the partially built tools down the queue. Private sector is building them. Ah, yeah, good call, good call, good call. We'll do this. Honestly, we'll do this near the end. Yeah, we'll come back to it. Build some consumer goods if you want to raise your soul. Yeah, I did some of those. We got furniture, we got textiles going. So that should give us some stuff there. What actually happens if you get the Opium Baron's journal entry? I've never gotten enough plantations for it. God, you know, I don't even remember. I feel like that's the one, because there's something that gives you an event where some other country will become obsessed with opium. And so you have an opportunity to like start exporting massive amounts to them. I think that's the event that gives that to you. Oh, here we go. Ooh, yeah, the Imperial Way Party really ran away with it. Man, okay, this is looking good. Ah, okay, we can get them in. There we go. Yeah, we don't need them in there. So contested government, we got these guys in, so that's good. We can negotiate this now. Yeah, what do the Gosho want? Nariakira Shimazu has agreed to a private meeting, clearly seeking a path that will benefit both the nation and the Gosho's interests over National Guard. Ooh, and only 50. But they do need more political power, the Goshos, so we actually will give political concessions on that. And now, yes, end the Edo status system. The Edo system collapses. Due to recent cultural and societal changes, the Edo system is no longer a recognized social hierarchy. So do we just lose... Yep, we just lose that law. Excellent. You gain a commercial advantage, and an Anglo, mostly Scottish culture becomes addicted to opium. Yeah, that's true. It's always Scottish, right? I always wondered what the deal was with the country they select. Is it? I guess it's just predetermined. Oh, hey, Machiavelli. Hello, hello. Would be interesting to see effects of local resources downloaded the line, like Japanese iron being much weaker. Wait, why would they become weaker? For the commitment. Wait, what do you mean their business? What for the commitment? Alright, we're losing quite a bit of money. But I really want to get to 100 construction. And we really need it to get moving on this stuff. So we're going to do that. Hey! We got a national awakening. Woot woot! Alright. Oh, the commitment. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Raise soul commitment. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, honestly, I kind of... So the achievement that we want isn't timed. I kind of... I don't want to do any railways on places that we're not getting the level 5. Okay, so Kyushu, Goku, so Shikoku. Like we'll do these later. Building one here. Yeah, we don't need to do this one right now. Yeah, we're not doing it here. Kanto. We'll come back to you because you're already at 5. God, these guys are at 6. We'll build yours later. We need a railroad in all these places, so don't get me wrong, but I want to get through the build queue first. Historically, Japanese iron was weaker. Oh, that's why their woodwork was so much better and didn't rely on it for construction. Oh, really? Huh, that's fascinating. Well, try to do a little bit better for us, Sumitomo. Speaking of which... Yeah, we need to get this company moving along here. Oh, cool. I may have to try that this run. International opium trade is probably buku money, yeah. Also working towards the Panama Canal right now. Yeah, I think the Panama Canal would be also tons and tons of money now because of the tolls that you can get. In the midst of the debate surrounding National Guard, one of the country's leading playwrights strongly associated with the shonen has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. right. Gonna take a page from the Iranians book and charge tolls. Yep. I mean, we have one here too, but there ain't no trade going through it. I don't see why there would be. Like, why would you need to go through here? I guess if you really wanted a shortcut up to here. And Swedish iron would be prime, as is one of the biggest exports. Interesting. Well, I'm going to try to get ours going. A story has been making the rounds about a miner who struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People in Hokkaido are beginning to live beyond their means, convinced they'll all become rich soon enough. Oh, hell yeah. +3 standard of living. Make people happier. No. Yeah, it could be that harmful. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, let's see what the Ainu acceptance is. So vast majority are in level 3. Yeah, and they do need that +30 from living in a homeland. Now, if we went to... Vast majority are animist. If we move to total separation, that would bump the rest of them up. So I think that's what we're going to go for next. Your private sector is doing some work for you this run, building useful stuff. That seems unusual to me. Well, it seems unusual too, considering one of the big things I noticed when 1.13 first came out, I feel like something was different with the private queue. The private queue was just absolutely... I won't say useless, but it wasn't doing well. It felt like something changed, and now, something feels like it's now working again. And it's not just this run. My offline Sweden run too, the private queue is much better. There wasn't anything they listed in the hotfix change, but I feel like there's something that they altered. It certainly can't be me. Can you missionize the Ainu? Oh, yeah. That is one of those new ones, right? Yeah, we need to have civilizing mission. Well, that would be conversion. That won't help with acceptance. I mean, if they convert... Yeah, that's true. They could convert to better religion. Well, we don't have civilizing mission yet, though. Actually, I saw a video a year or two ago about how they only figured out what made Damascus steel special in like 2013. Before that, some elements were present in 2 minute amounts. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So Damascus steel was also one of the best. Oh, wait, hold on. Central banking. We can fund lobbies. Alright. Seems like your overall make more money in tax, so I guess they fixed some calculations. Yeah, it does kind of seem like they did, right? Oh, we need more naval administration. We need 400 here, 500, so we need one more. Add it to the top, though, so we can get that ship going. So we're gonna have 10 boats here. Yeah, we need much better carrying capacity. To be picked up by equipment. I think vanadium was the one they were missing. It's present a concentration of 0.0025%. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on the budget. It's something that's been in the back of my mind here. We still, though, have some expensive construction goods. And tools being the biggest one, but now I'm hoping this company starts building them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so they're going to start building. So I'm trying not to build them myself, but that will help. Although wood is expensive, and that's something we need to do. Oof, yeah, we're missing a lot here. Still got plenty of peasants. National Guard, okay. So we can get 74. Let's do that just to help us budget-wise. Ainu people are having a hard time getting employed in Hokkaido due to the prejudices of some Japanese employers. Oh, you know, that does also remind me. Part of our budget, yeah, is this. Though we're going to have to renew this. Yeah. Road maintenance in Kyushu. I thought I put that down. Oh, no, I put it there. Honestly, I should have some road maintenance in all of those states that I'm building stuff for that journal entry. Interesting, it's 5% pretty much everywhere. Okay. So I could use it here and Osaka. Oh, we don't need it in Hokkaido anymore, so we'll do Osaka. There we go. That should help us get through this a little bit better. That's what gives it its distinct pattern. Most modern recreations aren't Damascus steel, just pattern forged steel, which its own cool discipline in metalworking. Interesting. I gotta look that up. I don't know anything about Damascus steel. It sounds fascinating, though. I don't think I ever really was aware, like, there was such a drastic difference in quality of steel, depending on where you got it from. Oh, look at this. We're now going to get through this build queue in 4 years. So it will give us a big buffer time here. We're at 9.6 standard of living, so once we start building some of these, like, furniture manufacturers, textile mills, that should help us there. We still don't have enough stuff here. We're exporting a lot of paper. What could get us... Yeah, what interest do we need? Austria. So let's move our fleet. Yeah, so let's move over here. Oh, and while we're doing it, let's start improving relations. Yeah, so once we improve relations, we'll be able to do that. Yeah, because we can't colonize. We never really got high enough interest here. Which I don't really care about, to be honest with you. I'd rather get the trade centers making more money. All right. We could use some of that paper to fix your bureaucracy deficit. Yeah. And universities. See, the problem is I want to get through this build queue first. Yeah, I suppose. Look at this unrealized taxes. Oh, I didn't realize tax waste was quite that high. You know, I think you're kind of right. All right. Yeah, they'll get through these quickly. Do they add? Oh, we get 20 urbanization each level. Wait, hold on. So where are we building them? Kanto. We already have 5 there. Where's the other one? Kyushu. We already have 5. Oops. Tohoku. We have 6. How many do we have here? Level 5 and has a railway. Yeah, well, we're building a railway. In all the places that are close to it. Universities. Who am I speaking to? Yeah, I think that we'll go through this and then do the universities, because... Oh, we get 20 urbanization per level there. I probably should have just been building government admins and universities to get up to level 5. We got percussion cap. Which means... Where's Osaka? That's where we have these, yeah. We don't have lead. Well, no, the percussion cap needs explosives, or munitions, I mean. So where did we end up building all the explosives? Kokusenetsu. Yeah, so this is where we're going to want to build the munitions plant. And we got a lot of people. All right. Well, we'll get to that. It was a big deal with the Assyrians. Oh, interesting. That's what's so fascinating is there's like... There's a history to everything. Even like production of steel, there's a history. And it's all, you know, there's something to be learned from and something interesting in all of it. If only there was enough time to learn it all. Oh good, we're getting some railways here. There are some good swords and pieces from that time that are remarkably well preserved. Interesting. I can imagine. I know there's a whole, like, preservation art to swords and stuff like that. Oh, we can put this back to 50-50. We might want to keep ship construction low right now. All right. Oh man, forgot. We're on very low taxes. Oh damn. Okay. Let's tax luxury clothes. Well, if we fix our bureaucracy cap... Oh, I forgot. The Terracoya system doesn't give you an institution. Oh, we're getting negative 10% tech research speed. Okay. Oh, we're not doing anything. Let's get off of this. Let's go to public schools. Interesting. The one who wants it is the Kazoku. Oh my god. Luckily, the modernization movement wants it too. Let's get the armed forces in there. Whispering through a haze of cigar smoke in Moshitsugu Tokugawa's private dining hall, the armed forces discuss what compromises they might accept for changing their stances on public schools. Oh yeah, increase the size of the army. Easy peasy, let's do that. The trade unions, they're at 100%, but we only get 3.5. They're at 100 amenability. I'm kind of curious what they'll ask for. Tamamoto Yamashita has agreed to a private meeting, clearly seeking a path that will benefit both the nation and the trade union's interests over public schools. Secularized school system. I like getting the political strength of the academics, but plus 10% bureaucracy. That's a tough one to take in Japan here. Now, census suffrage. Yeah, we're already the Titanate. Like, we don't need landed voting to be the Titanate, right? I don't think so. So, I think we will promise to do census suffrage. There's a history to everything. You should read the book, Salt. It's a history just of salt, obviously. It is an extremely important good in ancient medieval times. I bet. I feel like I've heard of this book. I thought I saw it being promoted somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know if I'm thinking of something else. But it sounds familiar for some reason. Because, of course, when you hear somebody promoting a book about the history of salt, how do you not... you remember that. I forget where I heard that. I thought you were gonna say there's a history to everything. Well, yeah, duh, ham cuts. That's how time works. Thought you were gonna go that one. I'd be like, touche, you're right. Oh, so we can't... Oh yeah, see, we need a lot of bureaucracy to raise any institution. The Voice of Osaka, a popular newspaper read by the intelligentsia class across the Japanese Taikanate, has published an article by Hichiro Oshio advocating for the inaction of public schools. Yeah, I think we'll take this one. So that was really big about 5-ish years ago. There's a trend of writing histories of individual material goods. Interesting. I mean, it would be fascinating. I mean, yeah, salt was used in so many different types of things. It makes sense. Hey, Shem Neo, hello, hello. How are you? When it says negative 10% bureaucracy, what does it mean? The total you make? Or if you had more, the minus adds up. So basically, oh, baking powder. Okay. So basically a negative 10% to your generation here. So your generation is the result of all this stuff. And then you'll see like we have negative 10% from time modifiers. So I usually just think of like, oh, if we're going to lose 10%, we're going to lose about 320 bureaucracy. And then so then you'll lose it for however long that that time period is. Yeah, the minuses can add up. So if you take like multiple ones of this negative 10% time modifier, you'll see your generation here. Or, well, you'll see this number here go down considerably. Oh, so groceries are very expensive for us right now. We have surplus sugar. So let's go to the food industries. Yeah, and let's make some baking powder. Alright, so not so bad now. Speaking of history, one of the big reasons Britain became a naval power, the reason we use Greenwich Standard Time is because the British, yeah, were the first to invent the clock that worked at sea. Yeah, I did know that about the Greenwich time. Basically, all of our time zones are running off of them. Since pendulum clocks don't. Yeah, history is wild. The clock they invented is really cool too. Yeah, that I don't know the details on their clock. But I do know, yeah, all of our time zones kind of go off of the British. Okay, so we need to create a need for steel. So now we can have our tooling workshops do that. Which means now... well, the price is a little bit more level. Alright, so these guys should start hiring up soon enough. How are we doing on these things? Taming of the North. So we have about 3 more years before we can do these things. Alright, so we're starting to get some of these. all right. Oh, good, and they're going to build more tools. They're really building us up some lead, huh? Where are they at currently? Oh, the fertilizer. Alright. So it looks like we got a surplus of fertilizer, so we're going to start using it in the rice farms. It's going to create a massive demand for it. But yeah, they can hire up. Yeah, Ham, you're just making commitments left and right. I know, right? Starting to get a little bit of a list here. We've still got some time on stuff, though. We're starting to raise standard of living a little bit. Law progressed to ascent. Very nice. So now fertilizer plants are a little bit better. Yeah, lead we could really use some work on. Now we have the glass, the glass works. They're all using it. Are all of our urban centers... Yeah, they're using market squares. Okay. We need more glass being used. Well, I mean, it will be used more once we finally get steel frame buildings. I thought we were getting tech spread on that. No, why would we, actually? So after we get that, let's go for quinine. Oh, yeah. And then let's finish out this level. To reinforce concrete, open hearth process. Pump jacks, that'll get us dynamite, and then electrical generator. We're getting close. It uses 2 counterbalancing pendulums instead of one long one, and is small enough to fit on a desk. Oh. Also, I think they actually moved the meridian a bit, so I don't think it's in Greenwich, or at least where it originally was. Oh, fascinating. I did not know that. I want to look up the history of that. Where did they move it to and why? All right. I'll tell you one thing. I like having these construction goods pinned here. It does make a big difference. So we really do need to get the price of wood down. $5.21. Hey, we have public schools. Excellent. We need to do this. We need to lower the price. We don't have a company doing it. Oh yeah, so what's going on out here? What's our interest at? Yeah, so Austria has more locality in Central Europe. And so we are at level 1. Yeah, we are not generating a lot. We need more capital ships. I hate to make modified ship of the line because we're trying to get to monitor, which is another capital ship. And I hate to build more capital ships when we're trying to get to that. So I think we'll wait. You should put some railroads ahead of your other motors to build up the demand. Well, we just had some. We have quite a few of them built because the private sector was building us some. Yeah, so we have one in Shikoku, in Tokai, in all these places. I need to make sure, though, they hire up. It's not so much about building them, it's about making sure they're hired up here. During a small skirmish, a musket ball embedded itself in his leg. The wound itself was fine, but the infection wasn't. Tadakuni Suzuki has taken over as the new leader. What? The new leader of... Okay. So, okay, so of what I talk about with bugs, we have one here. There's no expedition going on. I think it's doing this because this guy did have the expedition to the west. But this is an event we shouldn't be getting. Very strange. But you need to build them for the journal entry. Doesn't matter if they're hired up or not. Well, we have the ones that we need for the journal entry queued up. So we should be okay. I just added stuff ahead of them. Hey, we moved up a spot in the rankings. Organizers affiliated with the modernization movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for per capita taxation in Hokkaido. We'll take this first one. We don't mind pop attraction to the modernization movement. Okay, it's your game. I'm just kibitzer. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know what you're saying here. We could put these ahead of the motor industries so that there's the demand for them before they're built. But yeah, I mean, it could go either way. They'll all hire up eventually. Hey, Liam, hello, hello. Beware of bankruptcy. Oh, we're pretty far from that right now. We have a 5.8% interest rate, so we're pretty good on that. We're in debt, but keeping in mind that the more buildings we build, the more cash reserves these buildings build up, the more debt limit we have. So we'll actually be further away from debt as we go. I guess you could technically say we're starting to deficit spend now, even though it's still very early and a slow trickle of deficit spending. I was going to say that you're in the red now. Yeah, now that we've become recognized, being in the red doesn't matter as much. We have a 5.8% interest rate, so we'll be okay. Actually, what we could do... Oh, yeah, and the Shonen are happy. So we're getting a discount on that interest rate as it is right now. What we could do is get them to 20% clout, because that'll double this discount on the loan interest rate. A railroad accident in Kanto only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer, who perished in the crash. Only a few people died. The wreckage will still take some time to clear. Yes, let's take that. Ah, man. So that's why all those places are having negative 5% on work to rule. Yeah, let's go to right to associate. Oh, I did though. I made a promise about census suffrage to the trade. Oh, to the trade unions. That'll also make them happy. Okay. So let's do that. After several rounds of terse correspondence, the Gosho have met with the Emperor's representatives and outlined their demands. Ooh, we don't want to do that. Vow to pass poor law. Or political concessions. This one will take 100. Yeah, once again, I would like to get the Gosho a little bit more political clout. We'll spend the 100 here because we have another one. Oh, hold on though. I forgot. This is what I'm worried about. Yeah. Do we lose the Titanate? Oh, yeah, we'll lose this. See, we need to be the Titanate. To get the Railroad Tycoon. Ooh, okay. Damn, I forgot about that. Okay, we don't want to do this just yet. Whoops. Whoops. But we do want to make the trade unions happy. So let's go to right to associate then. This way, yeah, they're no longer giving us state construction and negative efficiency. Impressed by the North German military's usage of sophisticated breech-loading artillery, the armed forces have begun lobbying in favor of closer ties with the North German Federation. Alright, who's in this now? Armed forces. Okay. Alright, so construction prices are a little bit more level now. Yeah, now we'll negotiate with them. Whispering through a haze of cigar smoke in Nariakira Shimasu's private dining hall, the Gosho discuss what compromises they might accept for changing their stance on right to associate. Yeah, we're not going back to that. I mean, I should make this. Problem is, we're going to get this private construction allocation. Yeah, we're going to do it anyway, but the problem is for 5 years we get negative 15% construction sector throughput. So we get less construction points, and the private sector gets negative 10% allocation. I really hate these private construction contracts. But we could use it. And we're going to, like you said, we're going to build it anyway. God, I hate to do it, but all right, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right. We're a little past the 3-hour mark, so we're going to take a quick 90-second break. Probably go to 3.5 tonight. But we are going to get hit by an ad in a moment, so we got to pay homage to our gods of ads. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Did you receive the Ghost Expedition event too? No. Oh boy, what is that one? Or do I want to know? Or do I want to be surprised by it? We have, whatever it is, we have not received that yet. That sounds interesting. I'm blanking on specifics, but I seem to remember something about a Japanese-German alliance in history. I don't think it ended well for either. I didn't even think of that. Ruh-roh. You know, I forgot to... Yeah, we had this. What is this? With the power of the Emperor restored, we need to distinguish and uplift the native religious traditions which hold the imperial line sacred. To accomplish this, they need to be separated from the foreign influence of Buddhism, which has been inextricably linked with kami worship for hundreds of years through syncretic traditions. Leveraging discontent with Buddhist institutions from its connections with the shogunate, we can make way for Shinto as the higher guiding principle. So we get a journal entry. People will start following Shinto. Sure, let's do it. Let's see what happens. With the power of the Emperor restored... Yeah, so this was the same thing from before. So all Japanese homeland states, currently 0 to 10. Population in this state is greater or equal to 60% Shinto. And then make Shinto the worship of kami and reverence for the Emperor the principle of the state. So they'll lose Buddhist moralist, which likes theocracy and state religion, in favor of monarchy, theocracy, social monarchy, state religion. Oh. I don't know if I like Shinto piousness any better. Oh, that's the event that killed your leader of interest. I don't know if it's a bug or a poorly designed event. You saw that there were even advances and setbacks, even though... Oh, there wasn't any expeditions. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember that one now. Oh, the Ghost Expedition event too. Yes. I feel like that's tied to the expedition for the West, because I noticed it affected the person that we had sent on that mission out to the West. I feel like that thing is a bug. It's thinking that person is still in an expedition even though they aren't. I think because the character died. I think the character is just dying naturally, but it's sparking the event because it thinks they're still on an expedition. Oh, earbuds are dying. Gonna have to hop off in a minute. Oh no. Awesome stream tonight. I'll catch you next time. Yeah, good to chat with you and hang out with you as always, Legion. Thank you. Get some rest, my friend. Charge up those earbuds. I'll see you next time. Okay. Now, I forgot. I forgot. We need to go for total separation in order to get the majority of Ainu at 60 acceptance. Because what is that we need? We need Yeah. Yeah, this is what's going to make Ainu a primary culture. So actually... Well, we do have time. It's not a timed event. So let's go through right to associate. Because I don't want the trade unions giving us work to rule. So we'll finish work to rule and then we'll do total separation. I wonder if you can play as Korea. What do you mean? Yeah, you definitely can. There's an achievement tied to Korea. I did it a while back. Can't remember what version it was. I think it was around like Sphere of Influence coming out or something like that. I want to do a Korea run on stream at some point. It'd be a great small nation to play. I just haven't gotten around to it. Now that being said, once we're done with all of this restoration stuff, we're going to start building our military up, and then we're going to try to battle Great Qing to conquer Korea, because there's some narrative content for it if we can do that. Waves taller than chimneys have ravaged the state of Kyoto, a terrible consequence of the volcanic eruption. Ooh. Are we gonna need to send in... Oh, it's not a lot of devastation. I was gonna say, do we need to send in emergency relief? Yeah, it'd be okay. Yeah, everybody has it. Looks hard. Oh yeah. It is a little hard. It is a little hard. And it, like I said, it's been some time since I've played it. So I wonder how hard it is now. And you start off as a subject of Great Qing. So that's the other thing, though. You do start off in the Qing market. So you have that going for you. Yeah. Korea counter-vassalized China. That would be one hell of a thing to do. A book detailing the horrific conditions that industrial laborers are routinely subjected to has become an overnight success. The success of the book has raised public interest in right to associate, whilst embarrassing the Gosho. We could always use more loyalists, but we'll take the plus 10% here. We're not going to negotiate with the Shonen on that. An eruption of unprecedented records has utterly destroyed the lives of many Dutch East Indies in the state of West Java. The explosion of the Krakatoa could be heard from hundreds of miles away, and anything that had the ill fate of surrounding the island was immediately devastated. Yeah, we'll just take that. This event involving the Ainu worth either converting them or leading to total separation. Worth either converting them or leading to... I mean, I don't mind having total separation. I'd rather have total separation. So doing total separation is fine with me. It'll give a bunch of people more acceptance. In the Russian series, in the next DLC, the series name will be Who's Ya? Who's Ya? Yeah, I don't know. What would be a good pun? Be a good pun for Russia. The Japanese North German Friendship Committee, that was one name for it in World War II, has offered us an opportunity to acquire trade privileges from the North German Federation. The lobby has offered to use their connections to smooth the negotiation process. We'll definitely take that. Haihachiro Oshio, on behalf of the modernization movement, has released a pamphlet fiercely criticizing the government's current policies. His pamphlet has become popular within reformist circles. So what is their activism at? 37. So we can afford to lose 5% activism if they gain 10% movement pop attraction. Don't go rushing in. There's a good one. Oh, this is a canonical event. Yeah. So let's go get our trade privileges. Look at this. We have a strong, or seemingly strong, Austria and a North German Federation. I guess we'll see what happens out of that. Oh, wow. We can get trade privileges from them without offering anything. Not for 50 years, though. Yeah, let's do it. Aw, what? Come on, you jerks. Let's try it again. On June 9th. There we go. All right. At shrine temples, it is common for Buddhist monks to perform rituals alongside Shinto practices. With the separation of Buddhism from Shinto, the role of these monks is being called into question. Well, the Jisha are already very upset. Yeah, I would like to get off of pious fiction. Oh, plus 20% clergymen will convert to Shinto. Yeah. Let's see that. We need some conversion. Vivid red sunsets were reported for several months across the country. Fire engines were even called out in Hokkaido to quench the apparent conflagration. Many artists and academics have expressed their interest in this phenomenon. No, we'll take the university throughput. Yeah, from Russia with love. That would, yeah, that would be one. How about, what would be a good one here? Hey, Ham, after this playthrough will be DLC Windows, which should be the next playthrough. Could you give us a spoiler? Honestly, I would really like to do an Australia one. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of... well, they talked about the Australia changing a little bit from this update. They changed the map. Now New South Wales starts out much smaller. Most of the continent needs to be colonized. And I think they might have added some events. Very minimal. But I've wanted to do an Australia one for quite some time. And so given everything that came with the Great Wave, I think now is the time. I'm not sure which country here I'm going to start with. Either way, you're starting as a British subject. I think we're going to do Australia next, though. As the government takes steps to dismantle the guild system, emboldened laborers and machinists have begun to break into fields they were formerly excluded from. Yeah, let's do the success chance. So how many level 5s do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about half. But yeah, we need to get these railways built in them. If Americans and Anglo-Canadians are brothers, are Australians and New Zealanders their countryside cousins? I would like to think so. I guess you gotta get confirmation from Australians and New Zealanders. I think that that'll be a fun stream. Trying to gain independence from Great Britain. The attempt to oust Buddhism's influence has mobilized general anti-Buddhist sentiment. Temple properties are being seized and damaged, with some being destroyed outright, while others are being stripped of Buddhist iconography. Kanto gets melted temple bells. Plus 10 artillery cell orders. Huh. That's interesting. So basically the Jisha are just going to be pissed. No matter what. Oh, no, this one is also timed. We only got about 24 and a half more years to go. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, old commercial. Yeah, 3. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. That commercial is etched in my brain for all of eternity. Not only do I hear it, I can see it with clarity. Wow, an American plays against Australia and is already thinking about independence. We don't do that kind of thing here on the countryside, mate. Well, that's what's gonna happen. Get ourselves a free Australia. At some point in time on the stream, we're going to be playing a Canadian run too, which will also be about breaking free from Great Britain. Oops. All right. So how are we on sleep? Very good. Where are we on tech? We have 4 years, 3 years to do this. Oh yes, extra taxation capacity. Standardized filing system. Do we still have tons of paper? Not tons, but we got some. All right. Now we got tons. Isn't Australia a colony at Game Start? It's actually a super fun nation in Hearts of Iron 4. Oh, interesting, I bet. Yeah, it is a colony at Game Start. And they basically, they shrunk the amount of land that you start with. This is much bigger than you actually are at Game Start. most of the continent is decentralized. So you have to start colonizing out. But there are, and this is before 1.13, there's events about federalizing Australia. So you have kind of an event chain to become Australia while still being a subject of the British. Threatened by the strengthening of workers' associations under right to associate, the Gosha have published numerous reports on the dangers of unionized workforce. Damn, if we take this event, we're going to lose Zaibatsu cooperation. We're going to lose that 10% manufacturing tax income. But I don't want to lose 20% chance. Well, we'll gain it back. The use of filing cabinets in the government administration has drastically increased the effectiveness of state bureaucracy. Yeah, give us that tech spread. Oh. Election season has begun in Japanese Taikanate, and with it, the strategizing of the government's fixers. If we wish, we may wield the power of the state to ensure favorable results. So we don't have any pre-results in. We might want to let this one go. Because, ooh, electro confidence is at 17%. So let's let this one go. I once saw a meme where the US became independent and Canadians were saying, hey, now we're daddy's favorite. Wait, now we're daddy's favorite. Ooh. Filing cabinets crushed your budget, though. It did, right? I think because it made paper expensive here. The thing is, I don't think we actually needed the standardized filing system. We did, okay, so we did need it a little bit. So let's use it only in the places that we really need it. Yeah, there we go. Much better. So I think we don't need it across the board, but we'll just do it this way. Kayotaka Nabashima of the Jisha has been preaching in favor of the Imperial Rule Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't mind adding some momentum to the Constitutional Reform Party. Do that. It is a well-established idea that Buddhists revealed themselves in Japan as kami, reflected in terminology such as Gonjin, a Buddha manifesting as a kami, pairing an indigenous deity with a bringer of Buddhist enlightenment, which considers them two parts of the same entity. Such terminology reinforces Buddhism's influence. Let's take the servicemen converting. Oh, Ham also goes to midnight. Right, I usually sleep at like 5 to 6 a.m. Yeah, sometimes I do go to midnight. Now you know. Man, my schedule's messed up. I bet you got some major jet lag, my friend. I just realized that. Oof. The jet lag must be strong with you. I have to go to sleep now. Great live stream as always. The Ainu really remembered that. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. We're probably done here in a minute or so anyway as well. The wine produced in Hokushinetsu has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. So we'll get some prestige. Yeah, we'll take the prestige. In collaboration with the Imperial Way Party, Toshiyoshi Muto has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. A land reformer. Yeah, let's do that. All right, though. I think we are at our stopping point for the night. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah. So we did some good work tonight. Continued to modernize. We're almost through this Komi restoration. We just have this one more thing to do. And then we'll be done. And Taming in the North is moving along. So we got some stuff going on. GDP's GDP and good. Stream as always. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Here to next time, Ham. Slow but steady. You getting there? Yes. Thank you. All right, Ham. Good game tonight. Yeah, making those commitments. Yeah, the commitment game was strong tonight. Throwing them around left and right, all over town. Yes, see you Thursday for another fun one. Yes. So the next time I'll be on will be on Thursday. So we have a double EU5 session. So one in the morning starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and then one at night. Yeah, see you next week for some more Vicky 3. So Civ 7 isn't your jam for Fridays? No worries, my friend, no worries. When we're done with Civ 7, we'll be going right back to CK3. But I look forward to seeing you again next week for Vicky 3. However, speaking of Civ 7, we are gonna, anybody on Twitch, we are gonna do a raid. My friend Paisley Trees is playing some Civ 7, and today the brand new Test of Time update, very big update for Civ 7 came out. Anybody remembers a couple months ago I did a couple episodes of the Firaxis feature workshop for Civ 7? Well, all the stuff from that workshop is now finally officially released. We're going to be playing it this Friday. But my friend Paisley Trees is playing it right now, and she is the authority on all things Civ. So we're going to raid in and see what she has going on there. So if you're on YouTube, this is a good night. But if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. No, you're a Civ 6 guy. Gotcha. Yeah. You're not alone in that. I'm gonna have to get Twitch so I can join y'all on these raids. That sounds fun. Oh yeah. Well, I can post the link. I should do that anyway on YouTube here. Yeah, that's actually a good point. So anybody on YouTube that wants to join the raid, there is the link that we are going to. All right, but thank you for watching, everybody. As always, hopefully I'll see you next time. As always, be awesome, my friends. Oh, wait, saw an interesting video on the future of strategy games, PDX and Civ. Oh, interesting. You have to send that along at some point. I think I might know the video you're talking about. I saw a video recently. It was about Paradox Games and Civ 7. but it was more a critique on stuff. So I don't know if it's the same thing. But either way, let's get our raid on. Thank you for watching, everybody. As always, be awesome. And I'll see everybody over in the raid. Oh, I'll get you that link, but it was a critique. Yes, I think we watched the same video. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was very interesting. An interesting breakdown on it. I'll post it to the Hamcord. All right. Have a good night, everybody, and be awesome as always. I'll see you in the raid.